We've got another banger for you guys today. As you guys can see, these Air Force Ones have seen some better days. Luckily you got me. I'm gonna walk you through my process on how I plan on restoring these shoes. For a lot of sneakerheads in this culture, Air Force Ones are iconic. One, the price point on these, you can't go wrong. If you're like myself, always taking L's on sneakers, you probably won't take an L on Air Force Ones. It's a great base for customs. It's a great solid shoe for everyday use. However, this shoe has seen better days. So in this restoration video, I plan on restoring the soles, unyellowing them, doing some touch-up paint on the uppers, obviously giving them a good deep clean, and really kind of sharing my process with you guys. If you happen to be new here, smash that like button. It lets me know that you guys enjoy this content. More importantly, every sub that you guys do to this channel means the world to me. I'm a small content creator looking to grow. Every little bit of support goes a long way. So let's go ahead and hop into today's video and properly restore these Air Force Ones. So obviously once I unlace these shoes, the first thing I'm really gonna focus on first and foremost is the yellowed soles. So personally, I have a UV light that I use indoors. If you have a nice window with sunlight that comes in, you can also apply Salon Volume. 40 or 50 cream is what I use. I've heard great things about Fabe Sole Sauce and a lot of other products. We'll go ahead and get these laces off and take care of this first and foremost before we even do our deep clean. I have a secret for you guys. So personally, I do use Rejuvenator products. However, you know, that shit can get expensive. So 90% of my shoes now use a 1-to-1 ratio of some Tide. You get 1 scoop of OxiClean. We're gonna go ahead and hit the bottoms with this and just throw that in there. Let's go ahead and fill this bad boy up with some water. Now when it comes to cleaning this, I just use my Rejuvenator stiff bristle brush. It's gonna be a lot harder on the bottom. This, I just honestly use it to stir my mixture up. Don't need anything fancy, but let's go ahead and just clean these soles. That way we make sure the sauce has something super clean to stick to, and we're gonna get the most bang for our buck when it comes to bringing out this yellow. So now that we got the bottoms of those shoes cleaned, these laces are pretty damn nasty. So I let it soak in my solution, really just to kind of loosen up all that dirt that's kind of trapped into those laces. And the OxiClean with the Tide will have no issues getting this stuff out. So we'll let that soak in the water, and we'll go ahead and start the next step, which is saucing the soles. So if you guys haven't already, you can go ahead and click that link up top. I'll kind of explain how I personally ice my pairs. Obviously, you just need some basic saran wrap, sole sauce of your choice. I just like the Salon Volume 50. Go ahead and grab your shoe. Always use a toothbrush, paintbrush, really whatever you prefer. And we're just gonna smear some sauce on the bottom of these shoes and of course the midsoles. You don't need to be a pro. You don't need to be extra and do all this taping and all that crap. I can tell you from my experience, I've never really had any issues with sauce burning any shoes or leaving stains other than on my hands, which it burns like hell. So If you want, wear gloves, do your extra precautions, whatever you want to do. You do you, you know? But pretty easy process, man. All right, so like I told you guys, this is my indoor setup. There's another link on how I kind of built this setup. Realistically, my setup, the most expensive part was this light. It's probably a good 56 bucks. I got the tank from Petco, lined it with some foil insulation, bought this fan for like 10 bucks at Walmart. But we're gonna go ahead and put these bad boys under the light for about 4 hours. My best guess is 1 to maybe 2 sessions. Should get the yellowing out of this, so. All right, so now we've got a lot of the yellowing out of these soles. Me, because naturally I'm a perfectionist, I'm gonna probably do 1 more session after I fully restore the uppers. Now the next thing we're gonna wanna do is give these bad boys a deep clean. I'm noticing there's a lot of cracking on this shoe. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean these uppers, do a full deep clean. So the solution I use to clean these uppers, guys, I'm telling you, it's really easy and simple. I went ahead and added a little bit of Clorox to the mix, some bleach, obviously put some OxyClean in there, and of course some Tide. These are all agents that are gonna help really clean these uppers, get a lot of that dirt out, and hopefully make them look a lot better. Once these uppers are cleaned, I'm gonna go ahead and repaint the uppers and kind of touch up areas that are gonna need touch-up paint. Now the other thing to keep in mind when you're cleaning shoes is always get some shoe trees. Not only is it important to have shoe trees to help kind of give the toe box some support, you always want to have good pressure here, especially when you're scrubbing the upper. It's really going to make it a lot easier. Also, when you dry the shoes and they're kind of drying, leather is a softer material. So naturally the shoe tree is going to help it kind of straighten out and reshape the shoe. But I'm done talking. Let's go ahead and clean these uppers so we can kind of start the next step. All right, so I went ahead and let these shoes sit overnight. The next step is going to be really easy. You're going to want to get some flat white Angelus. I'm trying to keep this video a little more basic, so I'm just going to be painting the uppers by hand. Usually I would do my airbrush, but I figured in this video I wanted to keep it as basic as possible so you can do a lot of the stuff at home, minus having to order Angelus paint. We're going to go ahead and fix up some of these rough patches on this leather. My advice is get 400 to 600 grit sandpaper. Sand the surface, that way you can kind of get rid of some of those imperfections. We'll go ahead and paint over this. Of course, before you paint any upper, you want to get some cotton balls with acetone or leather preparer and deglazer by Angelus and prep your surface. That way you remove any of those finishes, which allows this paint to adhere. Also, you can always spray Bulldog Adhesion Promoter on top of this. It's going to really give it a quality finish and good durability. But let's go ahead and throw the time lapse on and start painting these bad boys. Now the last thing you want to do is get the matte acrylic finisher. Personally, I like doing it in the airbrush. It sprays a nice and even coat. Go ahead and spray that along the uppers, and that's going to go ahead and seal all this work. Super excited to show you guys the finished result. That's all I got for you guys. That's how you properly restore Air Force Ones. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. I definitely enjoyed whipping up this video for you guys. Now you can go out there and restore your own pair of Air Force Ones before you go and throw them in the garbage can. If you guys like this video, please drop it in the comments below. Let me know you enjoyed this content. Till the next one, guys. Peace.